Hello, John Zimmerman with tabletclass.com. And what I want to do here in this quick video is just quickly talk about why so many people struggle with math. And if you pause and think about maybe you struggle with math and you're an adult, or maybe you're in school right now and you're struggling, maybe, think about that for a quick second. Do you really know why you might be struggling in math? Now, some of you out there, of course, probably do really well at math, okay, but might struggle in another area. So why do so many people struggle in math? Well, I'll tell you, there is a lot of reasons, and of course, you can't state one reason that's going to fit everyone's case because everyone learns differently. But over the years, I have seen something that's kind of very interesting. I think a lot of people forget is that when people are trying to learn math, okay, and are having a problem, okay, what starts to happen is, and this happens to all of us, there's basically some things going on. There's some anxiety and there is dislike. I'm just going to kind of abbreviate. And there's a lot of other things going on. There's a lack of self confidence going on here. So, as these things increase, okay, as we get more frustrated, it really kind of builds up a bigger and bigger wall to learning. And you might say, well, obviously, of course, that's we all kind of intellectually understand that. But for me, over the years, when I work with people that just really struggled with mathematics, well, the first thing I've had to do is before I'm going to be able to get math into their into their brain as a skill, I had to tear down this wall. Okay, and how do you tear down a wall when it's been built up over a long period of time with people, just frustrated and really have a self kind of image that they just can't do well in math, they don't get it, etc., etc. Well, what you have to do, and if you're a parent or maybe you're a student or a teacher, and I'm sure you can relate with this, the best you can, you got to build that person's spirit back up. Okay, you got to give them a sense of confidence. Now, how do you do that? Well, maybe what they're working on right now, if it's algebra, let's say there is a problem. Okay, let's say it's something like this. Well, maybe that problem is just a little bit too, aggressive or too challenging for that particular person. So for parents and for tutors and for myself, what I've done is say, it's not even to try to talk about that particular problem, is you really got to back up. And that means you have to go back to 5 plus 3 and you ask the individual, hey, what's 5 plus 3? And you make it out to them and they give you the right answer. It's 8. And I'm being a little silly here with this particular example, but you make that person feel good. You say, that's outstanding. See, look, you understand addition. And that's important because addition is important. And then you build up from there. Then you get a little bit more complex and a little bit more complex. And that's really the key. So if you're struggling, or if you know somebody else that's struggling with math, the key is you got to find a teacher. You got to get them obviously connected with a teacher or some sort of instruction that they're going to understand. Okay, and they got to kind of rewind what they've learned to kind of get back to the level of the basics. Get back to the basics, but more than that, start learning the basics in a sense that they actually understand. And with understanding comes, self-confidence. And with self-confidence comes a little bit less frustration. The anxiety starts going away. And believe me, you can get to these levels. Now, all of us obviously have our intellectual capabilities of how much we can learn. I mean, I have a degree in math and a master's degree, etc. But I'm certainly not the smartest person out there. There's people a lot smarter than me that I can't understand what they do. But when we're talking about elementary, middle school, and high school math, for the most part, most people will be able to kind of reach their goals and do pretty well. And some might, it might take a lot longer for some folks. But for the most part, most people can learn that unless you're dealing with a serious disability. So once again, if you're struggling with math, stop thinking about it in terms of the problem that you're focusing on and really kind of start asking yourself, hey, how do I really feel about myself when I'm doing it? If you're constantly thinking about, I hate math, I'm not good at it, if that's what's going on in your mind, believe me, you're going to have a very difficult time. So try to change your mindset. And one good way, of course, is to check out our website, tabletclass.com. It's just jam-packed full of clear and understandable instruction. So hopefully you enjoyed this little video and have a great day.